Right, well, firstly, apologies if all you can see is my new high-vis fleece and not me. Oh, mind you, that might be a good thing if you can't see me. Um, yes, the High Court. What can you say, really? I mean, I've been saying for so many years, even back before I was a councillor, in my blind days when I hadn't woken up, um, I was saying even before that they were all in it together, with many, many, many letters to the paper. Um, and as I said before, I wasn't completely naive. Free cars for councillors and all that sort of thing. I expected to come across that when I ran for election, and of course believed I was doing the right thing, as do they all say. But it's only in the last few years, yes, I've truly realised the extent of these people's deviosity. Snake-like characters. They are all totally heartless. They are all vindictive little shits, and I refer, of course, to the police and council and so on and so forth. Which, without the council case, I possibly wouldn't, have seen that. And again, it's due to the many people who comment on my videos, both on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, which has helped me see what's really going on. But the High Court, my God. My good God. To go against, I don't care about the legalities of the Constitution, yada, yada, yada. To go against a vote by the British public and say that no, we can't Brexit until. I mean, I don't think it really matters what the until is, to be quite honest. The fact is, they've said we can't Brexit, full stop, until they're satisfied. 3 fucking judges. Unelected judges. Unaccountable judges. So until they're satisfied, we can't Brexit. And the British people have specifically asked to Brexit. And I've said from the start they never wanted this. I was amazed when Cameron resigned, because I thought he'd jack up a second referendum. There was 2 or 3 things that happened at that time that I was fucking astounded at, because it wasn't a normal run of politics at all. I forget what they are. I did do a video on them, but I forget what they are. But I said from the start that they wouldn't let this happen. And I don't think Theresa May or any of them wants Brexit, because of course all their mates in the EU will lose their jobs. Loads of made up jobs for the boys, quite literally. And I think what will happen is it goes to the Supreme Court now. Now, the Supreme Court, for those of you who are not savvy on this, well, quite frankly, I couldn't fucking blame you. The Supreme Court was invented by Tony Blair, because too many, it wasn't like referendums or votes, but too many of Labour's legal the legal detail of Labour's policy were getting hammered by the judges, who, despite disagreeing with Blair on just about everything, that's not right, because again, the judges were sticking their fucking beaks in where they weren't fucking belonging, So Blair invented the Supreme Court. Now, I don't know if this is still true, but at the time it was invented, there was not one person on that Supreme Court with a legal qualification of any kind. Now, that may have changed now, but when it first came in, that was certainly true. There was not one barrister, lawyer, judge, solicitor, no one with any legal training. And again, it was sort of jobs for the boys, because Blair was pissed off with the judges sticking their beaks in. So I'll tell you what's going to happen, and it probably isn't, now I've said it, because we all know none of them watch my channel ever. I'll tell you what's going to happen. The Supreme Court is going to decide it's in the best interests of the country for the MPs to vote. They won't say any more than that. What they really mean is this is never going through. And the MPs vote, it'll be close. There might have to be a recount, which will be another delay, which they can enforce. But they will vote against, because none of them want it. They didn't want it. All the signs were there. I mean, they spent 9 million quid on a bloody pro-EU booklet, which half of which was full of fucking lies, and then said to the Brexit campaign, "Oh, but you can only have, I think it was 7 million. I'm not sure. You can only have the 7 million for the campaigning. We get this 9 million and the 7 million that we're allowed." And I thought they'd done enough, presumably, with their £9 million Brexit Remain booklet, which is why they all got a bit complacent then, and of course, which is why everyone voted Brexit. Because believe you me, the count was a lot higher than 52%. Guarantee now, votes were fiddled. But yeah, that's what happened, I think. I think it'll come back to those. Got IDS on the radio today banging on about how it's going to lead to a constitutional crisis if Brexit doesn't go through. Listen, IDS doesn't fucking care. Right? He's just been paid to fucking stand up and say that. Fucking 3 weeks before Boris started campaigning for Brexit, he was arguing for fucking Remain. They're all just fed lines by the puppet masters to keep people happy. And fuck me, if IDS is arguing on your side, who needs fucking enemies? Do you know what I mean? Jesus. Fucking Christ. But this has been the whole point of my YouTube channel from day one. As with all the stuff I did before it, the letters to the paper and all that. They are all in it together. They're not the slightest bit interested in the British public. Don't give a fuck. Couldn't give a fuck. Right, all they want is their job security, jobs for their mates, more money in the pot. Quite incredible. And as has been said many times on this channel, obviously the judges are fucking bought and paid for. Jesus Christ. Honestly, mate, High Court, Supreme Court, councils, police, they're all pissing in the same fucking pot. MPs, all fucking in it together. I can't make it any clearer than that. And do you think they'll give a fuck if there's riots? No, they'll just start their 24/7 justice system again. Whilst fucking Hillsborough goes fucking ignored. The CSA inquiry, oh, we lost all that paperwork. You know. Well, I hope you don't lose control of the streets this time, guys, because it's fucking bouncing at a knife edge as it is. And I wouldn't like to see the day the police are overwhelmed. I really wouldn't. I mean, that might surprise some of you. But complete anarchy is not what I'm about. Although the High Court just brought that a stage closer. Anyway, I'll see you all there.